Well, children, we are going to continue our talk about experiences over lifetime. Open your books at page 31. Let's start with the video.
Experience of a lifetime. Have you ever had an experience that has changed your life? Let's hear about the experiences of 3 young adventurers.
I have just come back from a fantastic trip to the Great Barrier Reef. The reef is 2,000 kilometers long and is the biggest coral reef on Earth. I swam with dolphins and turtles. There are also over 1,500 species of colorful fish on the reef, and they aren't afraid of curious divers. I've taken some amazing underwater photos.
Machu Picchu is an ancient city in the mountains, 2,430 meters above sea level. The 4-day journey on the Inca Trail up the mountain was challenging and amazing. People say the ruins were a holiday resort for rich Incas. The Incas built temples, houses and parks, and many are still there to see. It's a very mysterious place because nobody knows why the Incas left. I had a brilliant time.
Not many people can say they've visited a singing hill, but I can. The Singing Dune in Altin Emel is a really unique place. To get there, you drive along a track and among several trees. Before you get to the dune, there are 3 tall stones. A legend says they were put there by Genghis Khan 800 years ago. When you arrive at the tall dune, you walk to the top, and as you slide down, it starts to make a loud and beautiful singing sound.
What amazing places have you visited?
Your task was exercise 2. You were to mark the sentences true or false. Let's check. The fish on the Great Barrier Reef don't get close to drivers. It is false because they aren't afraid of curious drivers. The Incas used to go on holiday to Machu Picchu. It is true because according to the text, people say the ruins were a holiday resort for rich Incas. We don't know why the Incas left the city of Machu Picchu. It is true. According to the text, nobody knows why the Incas left. You can get to the Singing Dune by car. It is true, because it is said you drive along a track. When you go down the dune, it makes a singing sound. It is true, because it is said you walk to the top and as you slide down, it starts to make a loud and beautiful singing sound. Now you are to answer which facts from the text impressed you and why. You are to write few sentences. Listen to the models.
I was impressed that the Great Barrier Reef is 2,000 kilometers long and might be seen from space. It is an impressive natural feature. I thought it was interesting that Machu Picchu is 2,430 meters above sea level, because I think it must have been difficult to live high in the mountains so long ago. I was impressed that Genghis Khan put stones to mark the Singing Dune 800 years ago.
And now you are to think of an experience of yours. Look at the model and listen to it.
Night Safari, Singapore. I had a very interesting time when I visited the Night Safari in Singapore. I didn't realize that so many animals were nocturnal. The best bit was when we were walking around at feeding time. I saw the keepers feeding the slow loris, the giant fruit bats, and the tigers. It was great.
In exercise 3, you are to match the words. Let's check. Listen and repeat.
Colorful fish. Rare wildlife. Ancient city. Holiday resort. Brilliant time. Mysterious place. Coral reef.
Now use the phrases to complete the sentences. Let's start. There are a lot of fish that live on a coral reef. We all had a brilliant time in France last summer. We don't really know who built Stonehenge in England. It's a mysterious place. Pompeii in Italy is an ancient city. It's over 2,500 years old. You can see a lot of rare wildlife in rainforests, like different species of birds and insects. Sunny Bay is a popular holiday resort. Hundreds of tourists go there every year. There are many colorful fish in the sea around tropical islands. In exercise 4, we are going to talk about activities and adjectives. You are to list them under the headings travel and sports. Now let's check. Travel. Volunteer overseas. Ride an elephant. Swim with dolphins. Take pictures underwater. Run with bulls. And sports. Do a bungee jump. Run a marathon. Drive a racing car. Play rugby in an international match. And now you are to use the adjectives exciting, fun, difficult, tiring, risky, interesting to act out exchanges as in the example. Listen to it.
I'd like to play rugby in an international match.
So would I. I think it would be exciting. Would you like to run a marathon?
Not really. I think it would be tiring. I'd like to do a bungee jump.
So would I. I think it would be exciting. Would you like to run with bulls?
Not really. I think it would be difficult. I'd like to ride an elephant.
So would I. I think it would be interesting. Would you like to swim with dolphins?
Yes, I would. I think it would be fun. I'd like to take pictures underwater.
So would I. I think it would be fun. Would you like to drive a racing car?
Not really. I think it would be risky. I'd like to volunteer overseas.
So would I. I think it would be interesting.
Exercise 5. Listening. Ian went on a trip last summer. Listen and put the sentence narrating his experience in the correct order. How did Ian feel at the end of his trip?
Last summer, I went on holiday to India with my two good friends, Mark and Tony. It's a trip I'll never forget. We got a good deal because it was very close to the rainy season. We arrived early in the morning and checked into our hotel. We were very excited and couldn't wait to do lots of activities. On the first day, we decided to go on an elephant ride, and it was great riding on the back of such a big animal. Suddenly, it started raining heavily. It was pouring down in seconds. The elephant got scared, either that or it wanted to get out of the rain quickly, and it lifted up its front legs and threw me off its back. I hit the ground really hard, and I hurt my arm quite badly. Mark and Tony took me to hospital, and the doctors gave me an X-ray. They discovered that I broke my arm, and they told me to wear a cast, and that I wouldn't be able to use it for 6 weeks. I was very upset and disappointed because I wasn't able to do anything else all holiday.
Now, let's check your engine.
He felt upset and disappointed at the end of his trip.
And exercise 6. Your task is listen again, then use the sentences below to write about Ian's experience.
Ian went to India last summer. He went with his 2 friends, Mark and Tony. He stayed at a hotel. They decided to go on an elephant ride. It started raining. The elephant got scared. It threw Ian off its back. They took him to hospital. They discovered that he broke his arm.